Also, Howie Woo, the guy who did these. Yeah, don't we love our mugs?
These mugs are fantastic.
Yeah.
Since day one, they've been great.
This is the mug that Howie made us, and he also made us a trivet, and also he's done this before, though. He did this for us on Call for Help, and he's actually here to show us how he does this kind of illustration. He says he's not a very good artist.
I don't believe
Could have fooled me. Could have fooled me. He's a good artist. Maybe he's not a good. Maybe he said, well, you're not a good illustrator, freehand artist. He's a good artist, not a good freehand artist.
Okay.
Well, I don't care. His girlfriend's a good cookie baker, and that's all we really care about. Bribe us with cookies. We'll put you on the show. So that should be fun. Howie's coming up in just a little bit. There's Howie Woo working on a cartoon of me. Oh, I like it. I like it. We'll talk with Howie in a little bit about how to draw using digital illustration tools. He uses 2 different programs to do his art, Photoshop and Painter. We'll talk about that. Hey, the guy who did my mug is here, Howie Woo. He's going to show us how he does digital illustration with a computer to make such great illustrations as this. Right? Never heard of them. Howie Woo. When we first started doing the lab here in Vancouver, we got a great thank you gift, a welcome gift from Howie Woo at wootoons.com. He did some great illustrations, some mugs, and now Howie's here with us, still illustrating, and I just learned something very interesting from him. He's going to show us how to use digital tools to do the kind of illustration that he does, and he says it's this big pencil. No, it's
right.
not this big. I'm just kidding.
It's a headache.
It's all about the big.
Yeah.
No, Howie didn't go to school to study this. How did you get started doing this kind of illustration?
I've always doodled in class.
You like to draw?
Yeah, I love doodling, especially I love doodling the teachers, you know,
right.
and, when I should be paying attention. But
you said you're not a natural freehand artist?
No, the times I draw on pencil, I've always been jealous of people who are natural doodlers
Me
or
too.
illustrators.
Yeah.
And I brought along the rough that I drew of you and Amber and Andy.
Oh yeah, you did this for us in Call for Help.
Yeah, and even when you look at that, and when I look at that,
it's
I'm
pretty
like,
rough.
Yeah, I still don't like it.
Yeah.
And that's why I kind of gave up on an illustration career early on, until I saw Jeremy Sutton on the Screensavers drawing you, and I thought, that's something I should learn, because maybe that could be.
That just tickles me. So it was watching the Screensavers inspired you to sit down with a tablet and some software and see if the computer could help you do this.
Oh, that's right.
And by the way, these roughs may be rough, but let me tell you, the illustrations came out great. You're really good at this. Show us how you work. You use 2 different programs.
I use Corel Painter.
That's what Jeremy uses.
That's right. It's an illustration program that simulates the natural drawing tools like pastels, paintbrushes, chalk, and I happen to like the pens that are included.
So this looks like you did it in pencil or maybe ink.
Well, this is the rough that I just showed you.
Oh, you scanned that in?
And I use that as a guide.
Oh, okay.
An ugly guide that I knocked down to, say, 30%. And from there, I just use it as a starting point. I use the pens that come with it. Your niece is here, and she says that the secret to Howie's drawing is the undo key. Oh, yeah, she's always bugging. Look at all the undoing he's doing. Undo. So you draw, undo until you get it just the way you want it to feel. It's a little obsessive compulsive, but that's how it goes. That's, by the way, your girlfriend, your mom, and your niece. That's right. It's nice of them to all come. My niece has followed me to heckle me here, too. Yeah. She said, undo! Uncle Howie's doing an undo! So you keep doing, that's really interesting. You keep doing it until you feel like that line matches what you're looking for. That's right. The quality of the line, which was something I couldn't do with the pencil, without with just a dark mess, a blurry mess. Well, and that's what I could see you do with the roughs too. Is you're sketching till you get a kind of a feel that you want. But now you can make that real on the computer. That's right. Just as a starting point. So you're using a black ink. A black ink pen, yeah. I can with Corel Painter, you can choose a whole bunch of things, from pastels to chalk. But I've happened to fall for the pens, which I've customized a little bit. So anyway, that's how I would work, and this is eventually look at that. What I came up with. That's great. When I first submitted this drawing to you when you were on the previous show. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Look at that. That really came out great. But now the ones that you're sending us are colors. So you get the line first. Yep. And from there I go to Photoshop. I feel like I have better control over the layers in Photoshop. Mm-hmm. And from there I would just, for instance, I put each color on its own layer just in case the client decides to change, the shirt color all of a sudden. at the last minute. It's a little more flexible.
And we say client because Howie now makes this his profession. He's gone from just a few years ago seeing it on the screensavers on TV to now doing illustration professionally. These are some covers he did. This is from No Magazine. It's a tribute to the old style, black and white, early days of film cartoonists. I love that. And you also do stuff for Yes Mag. Some really great, I love these illustrations.
I'm lucky that they...
You found it, you're making a living doing this now. I'm not surprised, you're really talented.
Yeah, but I've always been a fan of your shows and listening to your podcast while I'm working, so...
Oh, that's so great. So you can color, now how does it, you get that within the lines? It does that automatically?
Yeah, I selected it, and then I expand the selection a tiny bit by 1 or 2 pixels, and then from there I just pick a darker shade, and just...
I'm going to hook you up with Dick DiBartolo. I think Mad Magazine needs you. You have that style, that realistic but comic-y kind of fun style.
Oh, that's nice.
That looks so much fun. Yeah.
So this is really rough, but this is basically what I would be doing, just shading, darkening, and eventually...
How long does it take you to do
This is what takes me quite a while to... And it's the same obsessive thing, undo.
Let's see a final...
Miraculously, all that undoing after I flatten it.
Look at that. It looks great.
So I flattened it all out, doing the basic colors, and after that I shade it, which looks like this.
And that gives it that realistic look. Howie Woo, WooTunes.com. He's the greatest. And it just shows you what digital technology can do to take something you never thought you could do in real life, and now you're doing it. Not only doing it, but succeeding wildly at it. It's so great to see you.
I got inspired by you and Jeremy Sutton, so hopefully there's some guy out there
watching you.
Yeah, guy or girl who wants to...
Inspired by Woo. I like it. We'll come back with the final word right after this. You stay right here. Behind the scenes, the whole show, you did a little cartoon in real time, so that doesn't take too long.
Not too bad.
Yeah, I like it.
When I'm in a panic, but this is a baby Leo.
We could put this on the website?
Sure.
Yeah, baby Leo. Thank you, Howie. Thank you for bringing your family in. And is this Kayla, the niece who says?
Yeah, always. What do you say?
Undo, Uncle Woo.
He's the Undo King. Thank you so much for joining us. And we want to remind you, if you want to be on the show, we invite you to go to the website, labwithleo.com, and fill out that form and ask that question so you can talk to Kate and get on the show. Thank you so much for being here. We'll see you next time on The Lab. Bye-bye.